What is up, YouTube? This is a 2008 CRF250R. True barn find. Well, sort of. My buddy in Kansas. This did come out of a barn. It was his dad's barn, but it has been sitting in there for years. This is authentic barn dust and crud. That's not factory. I don't know if that 87 was from a rebuild or what. We're not sure. But this has been sitting in the barn for years, and I went and drug it out. And we're just gonna kind of do like a regular guy's build on it. Clean it up. Obviously, we're gonna rebuild the forks. Probably get new radiators. These don't leak, but they are a little bent, as you can see. Go through the carb, rejet it, clean all that out. It's the OEM. Is it a Cayenne? 40 millimeter Cayenne? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's a 52 tooth rear. I think they came with a 51 from the factory. But yeah. Said it's an 08, and it has been sitting for a long time. Luckily, none of the wiring looks chewed or anything. I know there's not too much wiring, but you know, it is 08. Overall, pretty decent. I do have the side plastics over there, but we're gonna get a kit for it. Like I said, just regular stuff. Forks, go through the carb. We'll tear out the rear shock and rebuild it. Probably throw a chain on there. We will buff these plastics up and see if we can make them look better. So the story was, my buddy, his older brother was riding it and he left it in a ditch. I think he ate shit. And the clutch, I just stuck this in there because the pin is missing. But I think that broke when he laid it down, hot start, and he just couldn't, couldn't ride it back to the barn. So they left it there. And their dad went and drug it out and shoved it in the barn, and it's been in there for years. So got more parts on the way right now. I've got the jet kit already here. Got a carb rebuild kit on the way, fork rebuild kit. Some little parts, fluids. We're gonna do the brake fluids. The thing's got, well, can't see that, but the rear pads. Front pads do work, and the rear pads look like they're in good shape. So maybe we'll stomp on those a few times and see if we can't get them to come around. I think that's probably maybe from a flag or something. I'm not sure. Bars are straight. The factory dampener on there, pretty nice. I don't know, I've never ridden one of these, and I know a lot of guys, the early CRFs, say they have valve problems. The valves have a titanium coating and they eat in the valve seat. I've got a shim kit so we can shim the valves and get it running good. But I read, I'm not 100% sure, on the late 07s and the 08s that they changed something with the valve seats so the valves don't eat into them as much. I'm not sure. We might just throw some stainless steel valves in there. But anyway, I don't know. Just thought I would record this. I know there's not a ton of earlier CRF videos out there. And these running, I mean, you could pick these up pretty cheap and they're still great bikes. So, like I said, regular stuff. Get it running good. Forks, carb, easy stuff. But broken wrist, fractured hand, I laid that down. Just shocked at how little damage this got. Lever, throttle tube got a little bit. Still works like butter. And the worst part, just a little bit, the exhaust. I mean, it's nothing. I'm not even gonna fix that, but yeah. Slid across the street and that's all that happened. So love that bike. But B, you know, I won't be posting a ton, you know, maybe every week or two, just because I can't do a ton with this and record and stuff. But whatever I do, I will try and set up something to record, you know, at least something to watch, you know. Won't be like, you know, Kincaid Pavich and Two Vintage and Michael Sabo, you know, Cameron Niamala back in the day, but I'll at least try and record some of it just for the sake of early CRF stuff being out there. So, those bleeders, nice. Anyway, I'm sure we'll uncover more stuff when we get into it. Just for shits and gigs, I tried to put some gas in it and start it, but you can see the bowl is not sealed. I think somebody wanted to buy this from his dad a few years ago, and they took some stuff apart, like the petcock is weird and this was not. So I poured gas on there, turned the petcock on, and all the gas came out. But so we've got a kit coming for that. And yeah, like I said, maybe every week or two I'll throw something up, even if it's little. Even this weekend I'm gonna give her a good wash and try and buff some of this out, so that might be cool to see. But yep, all right, keep you updated. Let's cut the subframe off, seat, plastics, airbox. The slide and the throttle is not frozen at all. The throttle tube is just frozen solid, so one of those on the way. But anyway, just tore mufflers off and everything. Everything was just barely finger tight. So whoever looked at it last definitely just, you know, hand tightened everything up, which was kind of rude, but whatever. In a couple days, said I'll roll it out and I might take the carb off, but either way, throw some tape over that and give it a good pressure washing. Not too bad. Not too bad.